Okay, so basically, lift slab and tilt slab construction is a part of a prefabrication technique. Okay, a modern construction technique where not all the activities are done at the site. Okay, at the site means at the location also, because if you want to cast a slab, it has to be located at certain position. Suppose you want to cast a slab of second story, so that slab will be casted at the level where it meant to be, means at the level of second floor. Okay, and for that you need to provide staging, you need to provide formwork, and in that formwork you lay down the reinforcement and fill it with the concrete. If you achieve your construction in this manner, you will it will be called in situ construction. Okay, suppose if you are not doing taking this route, means the other routes, possible routes may be that you construct your slab somewhere else in pieces and bring it to the actual site and actual level and install it. So that may be considered as prefabrication. Okay. So let me make something clear. There are three common nomenclatures which are being used uh, at one place another. Okay, so it is very close terminology. Sometimes you heard three words: prefabrication, precasting, and sometimes you heard about the modular construction. Okay, so what is there any difference in these three words? So the answer is yes. Yes, there is a difference between these three. So let us take first precasting. So precasting means taking individual parts or elements away from site, and this term is mainly used for concrete parts. Okay, because casting means something, it relates to that something is in liquid form, is filled into a mold and let this material set. Okay, so it is somewhat related to the casting, like casting of metals, etc. Okay, so precasting is uh, means that individual parts or elements away from site, making these parts away from site, and this term precasting is used for mainly concrete parts. Okay, so when you are using the precasting method, so it directly infer that you are talking about the concrete. You are not talking about the plastic. You are not talking about wood. You are not talking about glass, aluminum, etc. Okay, so in construction, when you are utilizing this word precasting, it means concrete parts. Okay. Now, prefabrication is somewhat more generalized and relates to the assembling portion. Okay, so prefabrication means assembling portion of whole structure away from site, may contain precast members of concrete. What does it mean? Suppose you want to build a house, and now this house is using a wall made up of concrete, and this wall is having windows, doors, and other fixtures like lighting, plumbing, etc. So if you take a precasted member of concrete and install it with doors and windows and lights, etc., whatever the wiring, plumbing line, etc., and pack the whole assembly and transport it to the site. And on that site, These wall roof parts are put together and assembled, okay, into a usable space. This process is called prefabrication. Okay. Now, what is modular construction? See, modular construction is also a kind of prefabrication, but it is somewhat more advanced. Okay. So making almost usable units away from site is can be called as modular construction practice. Okay, almost usable units. Suppose, like I have given you an example that if you want to build a house, you can. So prefabrication means building a wall or having fitted with doors and windows and wiring, etc., and transport it to the site and assemble on the site. Modular construction means, suppose you you build an entire room at the factory where everything is installed, etc. Doors, windows, wiring, everything is installed, and you transport a whole room to the site. And if you are building such an structure which is having suppose 100 flats, so if you build a whole flat away from site and transport it to the site and crane lift that part, one flat, and fit it into the larger structure, so this will be called a modular construction. Okay, so the feature of modular construction is, suppose you have a fire in a very large building, and two flats are damaged. So one thing is that you go and repair that parts, and other thing is that take out these two flat unit from the building and replace it with a new unit, and your building is again good to go. Okay, so this is the basic difference you can have between precasting, prefabrication, and modular construction. Whereas prefabrication and modular construction is very narrow terminology. Okay, understand? Is there any confusion in this?
No, sir.
Is it clear now? Okay. So let us take some. These are what we I have discussed. So let's see this portion. Okay. Is it visible? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Is it? Can you see this photograph?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So please see. This is a panel. This is a concrete panel installed with glass windows. Okay. So what you are seeing here? You are seeing here a precasted concrete member installed with glass panel. Okay. So this technique which you are seeing here may be termed as prefabrication. Understand? Okay. This is a prefabrication technique. So just put these panels and you will have this continuous wall in front of you. Okay. Understand? Now, move again. I have discussed these prefabrication and its application, etc. Now, see another example of prefabrication. Okay, you are looking at a wall portion. So this is a house which is which is under construction, and this panel is having door, windows, and the glass plane and frames are installed in that. Okay, see this. Can you see the GIF image? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you are seeing here a prefabrication construction method, okay, where foundation is prepared earlier, and at that foundation, different pieces of prefabricated member is transported and installed at a place. Okay, now see, uh, obviously this is a house, so it has some living room, it has bathroom, it has other features, other kind of space also. Okay, so these prefabricated members are fitted with plumbing lines somewhere, electrical lines, doors, windows, etc. at a factory, and you just order them, and your house in pieces will be transported to you. Okay, and I believe in hilly areas you have seen such type of buildings having sloping roofs. Okay, so this is because of the snow that should not be accumulated in case of snowfall. Okay, so you understand what is prefabrication is. Now modular
Yes.
construction. So modular construction, which I have seen, that almost usable unit is transported to the site. You can see a piece of, or you can say, an entire constructed house is transported to the site. Okay, this house is having different facilities like different rooms, lighting, cable, etc., water line, sewer line, etc. Okay, all obviously it does not have running water right now. When this unit is placed on the site, the you only need to connect the wiring for electricity, pipes for water supply, and sewerage system for utilizing the bathrooms, etc. Okay, now and your work is almost done. You do not need to paint it. You do not need to do anything else if you wishes so. So these are all the three examples of precasting, prefabrication, and modular construction. You can have and see an example. This is a example of London, where an apartment building is completed using the modular construction technique, and here you can see a whole unit is being transported and assembled in form of a very large building. Okay, can you see it? So if you have any problem, you can just take out one or two pieces and replace it with a new thing. Now, modular construction is not a alien terminology, and it is being used in different kind of buildings or building facilities from quite some time. Okay, and very efficiently also. But in construction, it is not that universal right now, but it is certainly under consideration. So, if you can take an example of shipbuilding, so shipbuilding is utilizes the modular construction very effectively because of the many reasons, and because you can see here the example of the aircraft carrier of United States Navy, Gerard R. Ford. This is a nuclear-powered aircraft carrier of US Navy, and this is being built by modular construction technique. And the reason behind the modular construction technique is that because these are such a complex structure that no that one company cannot have the expertise in that. Okay, so there are hundreds of partners working differently, and they are giving their inputs and completing one huge structure. And because of the secrecy reasons, other companies are hesitant to hesitant to deliver their expertise over other competitors in front of other competitors. And another problem is that if you are doing wiring, if you are installing radar, and if you are installing the other gun system or other weapon system in front of the whole crowd and the whole labors, you are not sure that there are spies of different countries and competing countries also. So what is the solution is that different parts are built in the closed area of different factories, and they are sealed and packed and transported on the site, and only assembly part is done at the site. So so there is no chance of leaking the sensitive information. Suppose you are seeing a entire bridge deck. Okay, so this is the tower where captain is operating the entire ship, and you cannot. This is the common thing which is available to the public, and you cannot see what are the equipments installed in this part. Okay, and this is what the you can see the apex of epitome of modular construction example, and see the vastness of the ship, and it is nearly more than one lakh ton, and this is this you can consider it as in a small city. Okay, and this whole see, you are just seeing the example of this part, that entire thing is being transported and just is fitted on the place of a bridge, and these parts are having a different kind of facilities, are being transported and assembled at one place. Understand?
Yes.
So you have a picture of what is precasting, prefabrication, and modular construction technique, and what is its advantage. Okay, so advantage over side cast technology. Side cast means cast in situ. So what are the advantages of these technologies over side cast technology? Is that you can have the division and specialization of human workforce. So if you have a very fine electrician, you need not to send it to different places. Let work come to his office, and he will perform their specialized job, and the completed job can be transported and installed by a different person. Okay, so the use of tools, machinery, and other equipment usually automated in production of standard interchangeable parts and the product. So obviously, if you suppose take an example of a car, so what you are doing, if you want to buy a car, you can go to the car dealer at your city and purchase a car. Okay, you never ask that a certain company like Maruti or Hyundai or any other Tata or etc. You never call the company that please come to my home and build a car at my home. Okay, you never ask. Why? Because these products are made in a automated assembly plant, and the specialized material and fitters are available at a different location. Okay. So a company can say that, sir, I cannot do that at your home because I need to do it for 10,000 people. So what it is better for us to set up a factory at one place, build 10,000 product, and deliver the completed product to your place. So this is the same thing is true for construction area also. Compared to side cast concrete, pre-cast concrete erection is faster and less affected by adverse weather condition. Obviously, because at the site you need not to build the entire formwork from scratch. You have the assembly line, all pre-fitted casting areas, etc. And also, it is not affected by adverse weather because it is a closed area, and it does not matter that whether cold or hot is there or rain is there or not. Okay. Plant casting allows increased efficiency, high quality control, and greater control of finishes. Obviously, we are familiar with that term because of the control of quality issue at a confined at a space. Okay. So precast concrete system and other things have a very large applications, and many examples are there of these type of system is large panel system, where we are transporting large panels in form of walls, roof, and etc. Frame system precast pre casted different members of frame can be transported on the site and assembled on the site. And the example of this type of construction we have seen in Lucknow is Lulu Mall, okay, where beams and columns are transported at the site and assembled into there, and at the site. Slab column system with shear walls can also be transported. And in this type of example, which we are taking here, is also considered as a lift slab and tilt slab construction. So, what is the lift slab type of construction? See, you are seeing a building here which have total 5 floors. Okay, one, two, three, four, and five. So what is there? You just cast you just cast a floor, and you have put a separator film, and cast a one roof on the ground. Then these have predefined holes in predefined locations for columns, and you just cast second floor, third slab, fourth slab, and fifth slab. And when you casted all these slab, you just cast the install the columns in predefined locations, and when these slabs are set, then using the jacks lift all the slabs at using the strength of the column. And when you reach at the level 1, fix this lowest level of slab at the place, and lift rest 4 to the higher level. And when you reach to the second floor, fix second last, and then start pulling the rest 3 slabs. Okay. And in this fashion you can reach to the top, and at the top just fix the last slab using brackets in the column, and your building is ready to use. Okay. So this is called lift slab construction, when all the slabs are casted on the ground and lifted up by using the hydraulic jacks. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So take now tilt slab construction. See, tilt slab construction is you can see here, if you look closely, there are 3 layers of slab is being casted. One, two, and three. All these slabs have the door cutting, and other features are done on the ground. Okay. Obviously, a separator is being provided like polythene sheets, etc. And when you casting cured at the site, these type of slab construction is provided with the lifting hooks, etc. And you have to design it in this fashion so that during lifting it will not break. And when you do that, you just lift entire piece by the crane and install it in this type of manner. And your building is can be constructed right away. So this is called tilt slab construction, because you need to pull it up. Okay, you need to pull it up, and uh, one thing that is very important in this type of construction is the designing should be very proper. Otherwise, if you do not give due consideration of stresses came into the member during lifting, then entire piece will break. Okay, so this is the called the tilt slab construction, and here you just pull it at one end and place it at the desired location. So this is the example of lift and tilt slab construction. This is also a general example of precasting and precasting type of construction technique. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if you have any question regarding lift and tilt slab or the prefabrication and precasting, you may ask.
सर ये जो मतलब एक होता है कास्ट इन situ, दूसरा होता है सर कास्ट एक्स situ। ये जो कास्ट एक्स situ होता है मतलब इसको हम प्रीफेब्रिकेटेड कह सकते हैं सर।
कास्ट एट C2, देखिए
यस
कास्ट
सर
एट
दोनों से।
C2 वर्ड नहीं नहीं ऐसा कोई प्रॉपर वर्ड है। कास्ट इन C2 कहते हैं। कास्ट इन C2 मतलब
सर एक
का,
सर एक तो हम मतलब जो प्लेस पे ही हम कास्ट करते हैं मतलब जहाँ पे हमें कोई चीज़ इंस्टॉल करना होगा सर, तो कास्ट इन
देखिए
situ
सुनिए
वहीं पे होता है ना सर।
सुनिए, कास्ट जैसे मैंने आपको एग्जांपल बताया, कास्ट इन सीटू का मतलब आपने जो मेंबर जहां इस्तेमाल होना है वही बनाना है।
वही
ओके,
वही सर।
बनाने के बाद मूव नहीं होना चाहिए, चाहे हॉरिजॉन्टल डायरेक्शन हो या वर्टिकल।
यस सर।
ठीक है, जैसे मान लीजिए आपको पाइल बनानी है। अब अगर आपने जहां पे पाइल इंस्टॉल करनी है वहीं पे बोर किया, फ्रेम रखा और कंक्रीट उसमें पोर कर दी, तो ये
जी सर।
कहलाएगा कास्ट इन सीटू। लेकिन अगर
सही सर।
आपने उससे जस्ट बगल में ही, चाहे 5 फीट बगल में आपने ग्राउंड पे पाइल कास्ट करी और उठा के उसको ड्राइव कर दिया जमीन में, तो फिर ये कास्ट इन सीटू नहीं कहलाएगा, ये प्रीफैब्रिकेशन कहलाएगा,
ओके
प्रीकास्टिंग।
सर।
है ना?
जी
तो
सर।
सिंपल सिंपल इसका आप डेफिनेशन ऐसे समझिए कि जहां इस्तेमाल होना हो, अगर वहीं पे रख के बना रहे हैं आप, जैसे दीवार अपनी जगह पे बनाई जा रही है, कहीं से बना के ट्रांसशिफ्ट नहीं की जा रही है, या पाइल वहीं बनाई जा रही है जहां पर इस्तेमाल होनी है, तो वो कहलाएगी कास्टिंग सी। ठीक है?
जी सर।
एनी अदर क्वेश्चन?
नो सर।
Okay, so I think your this thing is clear to you. Let me show you few other pictures also, so that you can have the other wider understanding. See, this is the example of precast concrete structural elements. Okay, so it may be a solid slab, hollow slab, double T, single T. These are the precasted hollow slab core in the photograph. Okay, you have, I believe you have seen this type of these type of member when the flyovers are constructed nowadays. Okay,
यस सर।
you can see the huge I beams with shear connectors, etc., are transported by using a very large trailer. You can see these whole pieces are put on the piers, and then the deck slab is casted. See, this is the pre-casted columns, and you can see the notches are there to install the beam part. Okay, and you can see these is the have these are the columns having cobble, and just put the beam piece and fix them. Okay, so you can have the frame heads. See the precast wall section. Okay, these are the panels which transported at the side. Just put them together, and you can build the see this type of structure can be built using the entire precasted system, entire precasted roof. Stairs can be transported. Okay. This is the connection, that how two columns are being connected. Okay, so if you can see here, this a lower column is having this type of reinforcement, where it has an end plate, and see this these are the bolts. Okay, J-shaped bolts are being provided. Okay, and when you the same thing is done, but in different manner, in when you are for upper type of column. Upper type of column have these four holes in it, and this plate is installed using these type of anchors. Okay, and this is the central connecting piece. Put it together just like a key so that it will hold its location, and the concrete pillar is being attached like this. Okay, so at these corners you just install a bolt in it. Okay, and tight it. Okay, and after connecting you just filled it with grout. So after painting, it will be looking at that these are the a continuous column. This is how a precasted connection can be will be made in the concrete. And similarly, the connection used with column and beam can be made like this. Okay. Now column and beam, then hollow slab is being attached to it, and by this method you can complete your construction having different seals, etc. Okay, so I believe you have now more understanding about the precast and prefabricated kind of construction. Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay. So is there any